Hey, it's the Chief bonding with board games, and I'm finally got my wall of games in the background. My built-in bookshelves are here, a nice gaming table. Sometimes you'll see me over there, which is a whiskey bar. Sometimes you'll see me over there, which is bench seating and a old kitchen pine table I played on when I was a kid. But regardless, today we're talking about DVONN. Whoop, hey. We're talking about DVONN, old game, 2001. Now, part of the GIPF series, and a bunch of them are being reprinted, but apparently not DVONN. And DVONN's probably my favorite. So I was unpacking all the boxes, putting all the games on the shelf. My son sees this, we play it, he's 8, almost 9, loved it. It's kind of got a, well, I don't know, it's like that checkers feel, not really. Well, there's a king crowning, blah, blah, blah. I'll show you.
All right, the board is just a 3-segmented piece of mounted board. They've made it look like sand. It's even got some kind of like 3D features that are here. And you're going to be placing your pieces onto these little circles that are shown. And they look like they're just beautiful little indentations in the sand. Beautifully done, very subtle, very nice. Whoever's going to go first selects white. The very first pieces to go down are going to be these red DVONN pieces. You can kind of see the cupping here, kind of these little donuts. It's going to make it easy for them to sit on each other when you start kind of kinging them or mounting your other pieces on them. I'll show you in a second. But in the very beginning, you're just going to seat in your DVONN pieces. They can go, they just go on the board wherever the player wants them to go. They can become very important because if the future pieces don't stay connected in some way, through a continuous line to a DVONN piece, they're going to be knocked off the board. So let's just say these are out here, and then the play would begin on literally putting your pieces on the board one at a time. Now, this can be very strategic because it's what's going to set up your future turns, but I'm going to real quickly set these out, and then we'll come back and I'll just show you how gameplay goes. All right, with all the pieces out, you cannot move a red DVONN piece directly, but if you ever end up on top of it, whatever player is on top, or the highest piece, controls that stack. Now for movement, you can't move a piece that's completely surrounded on all 6 sides. So in the very first area of the game, only the pieces that are around the border are going to be able to move, but let's just say white did something like so. When a piece is just by itself, it can only move 1. As soon as it's now 2, it must move at least 2 spaces. If it ends up with 3, it must move 3 spaces. If I'd had 4 of these stacked in here, it could move 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. They have to move in straight lines. They can't move on like I couldn't move along this line, so it would have to be more of these nice, attractive straight lines. And so gameplay is going to go, maybe black decides, hey, I want to capture this, and white decides I'm going to capture here. Black says, I'm not messing around, I want to get this DVONN piece. Now this is key. Once a DVONN piece is captured, as I said, it could now be moved on a future turn by whatever the color player that is on top. So now that DVONN piece itself can start moving and migrating around on the board. It can become critical because let's say we had something like this happen, and then black decides they're going to move. There's 2 of these. You count the DVONN piece as well. So it now goes 1, 2. You'll notice that these pieces here are no longer connected to a red DVONN piece. If that ever happens, they're out of the game and they come off the board. So you want to make sure you're staying connected to these red pieces. The game continues until everybody or nobody can move. And it even continues if, let's say, I can't move. I'm physically don't have a move I can make. Well, the other player will get to make multiple turns in a row until they can't make a move as well. I'll move ahead a little bit just to kind of then show you what end scoring would be. All right, I've jumped the game ahead. I kind of just randomly set this up. So. But let me show you exactly. So we're down to just a few turns. Now again, the DVONN piece can't move without a piece on it. And let's pretend that white's just made a move and it's now black's turn. So black has actually 4 pieces here. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You cannot land on an empty spot. You have to land on somebody, so it can't move. This one here is 3. 1, 2, 3. No. 1, 2, 3. Yes, it could go that way. Probably wouldn't want to, and I'll show you why in a second. 1, 2, 3. No. And 1, 2, 3. It can't go there. And so black in this one has what? You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it can't go anywhere. But this piece is by itself, and it has to move if it can, and it's got two options that it can do. It either has to force this one to come over here, in which case in a future turn it's still going to have to move this one. And you'll notice that when this one gets moved, no matter what, it's going to sever contact with the DVONN. So the player's going to choose to go ahead and move this one. He'll king or step on, I don't know why I keep saying king. He'll cap this guy. That's his move. These are cut off from DVONN pieces. They come off the board, and then white would see if they had a move. White has 3 here, and it has no more move, and nothing can move. This is 3, and the game would be over. For scoring, it's real simple. You take all the ones that have black on top, and you stack them. You take all the ones that have white on top, and you stack them, and you find out real quick that white has 3 and black has something like 15. All right, and black wins. Now again, this isn't really, a full game. It's much more strategic. That although that has happened where you end up in a poor move where you end up cutting, someone off, although black, that was a perfect move. And that is as simple as scoring is. You simply stack them up, and if they're close, you actually count. And there you go.
All right, so it's an oldie, but it's a goodie. If you can get a hold of it, or you want to contact the company printing it, reprinting some of the other GIPF series, let them know you want this as well. I'm telling you, it's gorgeous. Looks cool, fun, easy to set up, nice little filler. I just wanted to get it back out there. I'm actually going to be trying to play a lot of my older games, even some of my older war games. You may even see unboxings of games that are like 20 years old or more. How? I don't know. You'll just have to see those as they come. A lot of those are still available and they're unpunched. Avalon Hill. All right. See you guys later. Chief.